There's a particular generation of fan that would have passed battle rap by had it not been for you. And I think it's maybe not interesting, because I get that it comes from a humility that you now have as a person that maybe you lacked originally. You don't seem to want to give yourself credit for any of this stuff. And
I do find it hard to. Yeah, I find it really difficult to do that. I think it's probably a self-esteem thing that I've sort of developed over the years. And I always get people telling me, just like,
but
stop it.
isn't it
Like,
isn't
people
it
think it's like
interesting?
faux humble. People think it's like a faux humbleness as well. It's genuinely not. I just genuinely like try not to give myself too much credit. It's almost like a defense mechanism.
But
That
is it
the more
because you don't understand it? I think that's why it is, because I think part of it is a lack of understanding, because people saw something in you or put you in situations you don't understand why you were in, or you didn't feel equipped to deal with, but clearly they did. Clearly they saw something. Clearly there was an upside. Because I don't think people do things over and over and over again unless they're either addicts or they stand to gain. There's something there eliciting from it, and they did that time and time again with you, and that speaks volumes, man. It really does.
I was aware of the fact that people were enjoying what I was doing. So it almost felt like a service to them rather than a service to myself, which is a strange way to sort of look at something that, you're really taking seriously or trying
Speaks
to
to an
take.
altruistic nature of you. You're like, man, if you like it, then great. Like that's odd for a performer, because you typically have very egocentric, self-driven people in those situations, and effectively what you're saying is, man, I was surrounded by people that said they liked it. I didn't
Mm,
really care for it, but if it makes them happy, then great, gravy. I'm happy to do a favor. Like that's a very interesting way of presenting it, because I don't think many people would draw that comparison.
yeah. I think people think that I'm like this really like headstrong, confident person. And I think I'm very good at masking through probably like years of undiagnosed ADHD, which has now come to the surface. But when I was doing the whole Blizzard rap battle persona, and I was also like on the side doing SBTV and Fire in the Booth and Westwood or whatever, like, doing radio, I was starting to feel like the person that I thought I wanted to be. So from that, you do get a bit of a confidence boost, and you thing is, you don't really know what you've done until you've done it, right? And that sounds strange, but you know, like I said before about the Mark Grist battle, it was just 3 rounds that I did, and everything else is a blur, and everything else is out of my control. I just had to come to the battle prepared. I did. I lost, and it just happened that way. But it's almost like I've become lucid now. Like I've just become more aware of the decisions I make. And I've done through therapy and through sort of a lot of reading and a lot of like self-discovery that I've been attempting to do over the years. Because like I said, I've been like this 29-year-old child for most, like, up until this point. I don't feel I've felt very headstrong or mature, and I'm really trying to build on that and become more aware of my spiritual self and more aware of like where I am in the world. But from 0 to the age 20, I don't really think there was much going on up here that was helping me make proper good decisions. So when I was battling, it was just a case of like, oh, I've been offered a battle again, well, I'm going to do it. But it wasn't like, is this the right thing for me to do? Will I enjoy this? Will it give me fulfillment in the long term? Or is it just a short term game that I'm doing so I can get free drinks, get paid, and have a night out in London for nothing? Like, now, those are the decisions that I do think of every single day. And I turn down clients constantly because either our values don't align, or I know that I'd be setting myself up for failure, expecting myself to do something that's not good for me. Maybe that's it. Maybe hindsight is a wonderful thing. And I was enjoying it at the time, but now I'm looking back at it through sort of like the worst vision. I don't know. It's a hard one to think of. Maybe, yeah, I do need to work on it, because I do find it very hard to take sort of compliments. I almost like, it's an imposter syndrome thing. I don't think I'm deserving of them. And I would much rather protect myself than people just give me compliments. You know what I mean? People tell me all the time, oh, you got me into battle rap. And I appreciate that, because that isn't like you saying I'm good or bad. That's just a fact. If you saw the Mark Grist battle first and you got into battle rap, that's something that I can't debate. you got into battle rap through Blizzard versus Mark Grist. That's fair. If you tell me I'm one of your favorite battlers, that always feels odd to me, because then I'm thinking like, I don't even enjoy it. Like, I don't even like me as a battler. Like, I wouldn't watch me if I wasn't me. If I wasn't Blizzard, I wouldn't watch a Blizzard battle. I wouldn't enjoy it.